So, is dentistry really for you? I'll tell you right away in this video, I'm not going to answer that question because at the end of the day, only you are going to be able to answer that question for yourself and for your life. But I recently received a comment that hit me in a way that no other comment has ever hit me. This commenter, who I recognize and have talked to in the past on many of my videos, basically informed me that they were choosing not to go into dentistry largely in part because of my videos. And it wasn't that I displayed some sort of horrible thing about dentistry that they hated, or that I was somehow on some pedestal that they could not match, and for that reason they were choosing another career. Ultimately, it seems their decision came down to multiple different aspects of dentistry and their life. But this was the first time that a comment truly hit me in a way that made me kind of sit back in my chair and immediately start asking questions of myself. So before I comment on this, thank you so much to the person who left this comment on my video. Thank you for being vulnerable and telling me something that is very, very serious about your life, but also giving me the praise that you gave me, whether it was justified or not. It really did hit me in a great way, and it made me feel like what I'm doing here is in fact impactful. I started making YouTube videos a few years ago, and dentistry on YouTube isn't the largest niche. So I've never expected to grow to the numbers of an Ali Abdal or a Karma Medic with this channel, and that was never my objective. Really, from the beginning for me, my objective with this channel was sort of two-parted. I had part of it which was my creativity. I have this natural proclivity for using a camera, for taking photos, for taking videos, for using an editing software and putting it all together to create something new and post it online. The other part of my thinking was to convey something about the experience that I was going through as I traveled through my time in dental school. One thing that I was kind of missing as a pre-dental student was just more content about what we go through in dental school, the ins and outs of school, the mind of the students who do it. And I kind of thought, since I'm going through this experience and I do have this natural proclivity for having a camera around me and making videos, why not combine the two and try to offer some genuine value out there? And I think I've done a decent job at achieving these goals. But before this comment came to me, I don't think I truly understood the impact that I've been able to have in my short time on YouTube. See, let me explain how it goes as a creator. I sit here at this desk, or I guess various places in my apartment. I turn on my camera and I talk to it. I'm alone here in my apartment. There's nobody here with me. It's just me talking to an object, which, yes, is strange at first. But it's a process that, while I do have a passion for, does at times become a little bit robotic. I know what I'm doing. I have a subject for a video. I go to sit down, talk about it in film. I then film it, stop filming, take the footage, go onto my computer, edit it up, do all the cool, fun stuff that I do to it, and I post it. Then I go to school and I don't think a whole lot about it. But what happens after I hit post is that people from all over the world are able to see it immediately, and they're able to experience what I'm talking about right there immediately on the internet. And this has an impact on a lot of people. And I think at times it's hard for the creator to understand the true impact that they're having on their audience. Now, I do have a small YouTube channel, so I've never thought that this impact could be that massive. I receive a lot of wonderful comments from a lot of you who are watching, people that tell me wonderful things like I inspire them, something that I'm still just, I can't believe I hear that as often as I do. Things like, you've helped me learn how to study better. You've helped me to understand the dental school experience a little bit better. You've helped me to understand the interview or the DAT or like the individual classes and coursework that we take in dental school. And those things are all absolutely wonderful. And I've really enjoyed hearing the individual stories of commenters who say these really nice things. Another cool thing is hearing people say, yes, I am in fact going to be a dental student now. I've been accepted, and your videos have really grown with me in this process. And this is something that I look forward to more and more as I continue to make content moving forward. People growing with my content into their own careers and their own lives. But this comment, this one here, really changed things for me, because it was the first time that someone had ever told me my videos, these things that I do here on the internet, largely for fun and just sort of as a way to remember things, these videos are truly had an impact on someone's life to the point where they decided not to go into the same profession as me. And I'll be honest, at first I actually got really worried. I was concerned. I immediately asked myself the question, is what I'm doing here a good thing? If I'm convincing people not to go into this field in one way or another from some combination of things that I'm saying, is that good? Is that positive, or is it pejorative? And that was my first initial reaction. But after rereading the comment a few times and understanding the sincerity behind the author of this comment, I actually kind of came around and realized that this really was a good thing. As of late, I've kind of understood my role here on YouTube a little bit better. I think I've grown into it a little bit more, at least what I want my role to be, which is ultimately an accurate historian of the dental school experience. Now, when I say the dental school experience, it's not really the dental school experience, it's my dental school experience. And my dental school experience might be very different from my classmate who sits next to me in lab, or the person who sits far away from us in lab, or someone who goes to a school in a different state, or someone who goes to a school in a different country. All of us have our own dental school experiences, but one objective that I have is to accurately and honestly portray what I'm going through each and every day. And the reason for this is so that you can kind of take some of this information and, I guess, put yourself in my shoes a little bit and ask yourself the question, is that something that I could see myself doing? And ultimately, if my goal is to accurately portray the history of my dental school experience, I think that's a good thing, or at least it's a just thing, because at the end of the day, people are making life decisions here. There's a lot of money involved. There's a lot of time involved. There's effort and sacrifices that have to be made in order to become a dentist. And so people need to understand if it's for them. So I came around to actually realize that this was a good thing. And a good friend of mine even told me, you know, it's kind of like in the old days, two people would just talk. And if this commenter had known somebody who was a dentist, it'd be like they were just talking to you and understanding a little bit more about your life. And they then decided that that wasn't for them. So what's the difference between that and this? I guess I just initially didn't understand how much of an impact I could have. And it's made me want to more and more strive for honesty and transparency on this channel, because I'm understanding more and more how much this can impact the individuals who watch my videos. Now, as for is dentistry for you, that's a question, once again, that I can't answer. The only thing that I can try to do is show you the truth of my lived experiences. And so we'll see how that translates into your mind. But I've never been one to just say, yes, dentistry is for everyone. It's an amazing profession. You get to make all this money and do all of these cool things, work in a cool office on the human body and all this awesome stuff. I don't think dentistry is for everyone. And I actually have close friends who tried to go into the dentistry world but chose for whatever reason not to. And I think those decisions were good decisions. In fact, many of those people are very happy right now, which is awesome. I'm not one to say that dentistry is for everyone because it's a very niche profession. It combines a lot of different aspects that you may find in other professions. And I think it takes a specific type of person to truly love, enjoy, and thrive in this profession. At the end of the day, the only way I can come close to answering this question for you is just to accurately show you what I go through. The onus is then on you to take this information and apply it to your life. Start asking yourself the question, can I go through 4 more years of school? Am I mentally going to be able to handle that? Am I physically going to be able to perform the acts that a dentist has to perform? Listen, I was in the clinic today, and this kind of like, we're really just now understanding what dentistry is all about. And it's physically difficult. You're leaning over a patient, you're trying to find this little small area where you have to intervene and make a difference. And it's physically hard, I think, at times. So you have the school aspect, you have all the studying that we do, and you have all the lab work that we do, you have deadlines, you have tests, you have all of this work, and then you get into dentistry itself, which is a physically demanding field. It's a mentally challenging field. It's just all of these things, but at the same time, it affords people wonderful lives and makes such an impact on so many individuals. So I don't know if dentistry is for you, but I do think that it's for me, and that's a beautiful thing. So if you see any similar qualities in me that you might also see in yourself, maybe you should just give it a little bit of consideration. And I encourage you to watch more creators and their lived experiences on YouTube, because there's so many wonderful students, a lot of my colleagues, who are out there creating content about their experiences. And trust me, their experiences are going to be very different from my experiences. So at the end of the day, I am very happy that this person left this comment, and I'm very happy that they chose to follow what felt right in their heart or their gut or wherever this feeling starts or originates. Because ultimately in life, you have to make a decision about what you're called to do. What is your calling? What are you going to do every day? And if that decision is one that you make because of someone else, you're never truly going to be happy in that decision. So do what this person did, weigh the pros and cons, take some time away to really consider your life, what you want, what you don't want, and then try to accurately use information that you're able to get from people like me, maybe in my videos, and just see if you can plug and play that information into your life and your own experiences. I encourage you all to let me know what you think about this topic in the comments. Once again, dentistry isn't for everyone, and I think as I continue to get more and more into it, I'll be able to expand upon this topic a little bit more and get more specific as to which types of people should be dentists and which types shouldn't. That's not something that I feel I'm ready to disclose because I haven't lived the experience for long enough. But do let me know what you think. Let me know if you are a dentist or a dental student, and let me know how that decision went down. And also, if you've decided to go in a different route, please let me know. Ultimately, I love to hear from each of you, and it really has added a lot of value to my life, so thank you. That's really it for me today. I know this was kind of an informal sit down and talk video. This was a comment that just really impacted me, and I felt that I needed to talk about it as long and drawn out as I could, which I know I'm very good at, speaking for days and days. So thank you all for watching. Once again, please let me know what you think. Remember to subscribe if you enjoyed this and you want to see more about the dental school and dentistry experience. And as I always say at the end of my videos, I will see you in the next one.